Actually, we do have a question first before we move on to Los Angeles Rams at Arizona Cardinals. Would you rather pick up Luke McCaffrey or Bateman in Scott Fishbowl? Luke McCaffrey, Bateman, I don't think has a whole lot of upside left. I was on that too. I like Bateman as a rookie, and I said, oh, Bateman, it looks like, he could finally be healthy and he could be all right. I am about ready to give up on Bateman. Where's the Baltimore game here? Let me double check that, Jamie. I want to see his exact stat line last week. Rashad Bateman, 2 catches, 5 targets, 53 yards. So not awful. Like, he had more targets. Than McCaffrey. I don't know. He's never healthy. He doesn't do a whole lot. I'm going McCaffrey here just because I think there's more upside. But I don't particularly love either. One's a case where I like the talent better for Bateman, but Andrews, Zay Flowers in front of him, low pass volume offense. McCaffrey, I like McCaffrey based on the fact that his last name's McCaffrey, and he has almost no one in front of him on the depth chart, but that Washington offense doesn't look great. I think they're both mediocre options. On to the next game here. We have the Rams at the Cardinals. Matthew Stafford, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, 19th best matchup. I believe Stafford has a good one. Stafford does. This is the best matchup for quarterbacks. Kyler is my QB7. Stafford checking in at QB10, which tells you how juicy this is. I am firing them both up. Having said that, I thought it was going to be like this last week for Stafford against the Lions, and it was a much more low-scoring defensive battle than anyone expected, but the Arizona Cardinals do not have the Detroit Lions defense. Moving on to running back, we have Kyren Williams for the Rams. Ronnie Rivers, Blake Corum, yada, yada, none of them really doing anything. It's just Kyren, 25th best matchup. James Conner for the Cardinals checks in with the 3rd best matchup. Trey Benson's just a stash here. I guess you're stashing Corum too, but it's a long-term stash because Ronnie Rivers seems to be the backup right now because he knows the pass blocking schemes is the way it was described on the broadcast. Nothing surprising there. This one's going to be Kyren Williams and James Conner. Kyren at 7, Conner at 9. I am high on both of them. Pretty good matchup for both of them. You are firing up both of them if you have them. Moving on to the receivers here. Cooper Kupp is once again a must start for the Rams. 9th best matchup. Demarcus Robinson, Tyler Johnson. Also, the two of them kind of had an even target amount. Both of them are desperation flex, I guess, worthy. The Cardinals here, 14th best matchup for Marvin Harrison Jr., Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson, who I had some hope for, but never really seems to do anything. I don't know what the hell's wrong here with the Fantasy Pros rankings, so I'm just going to wing it. I have Cooper Kupp as a must-start wide receiver 1 this week. Wide receiver 1, low, really risky, volatile 1 for Marvin Harrison Jr. here, I think. You still have to start him, but, he's a rookie. They take a few games to get into it here, so I wouldn't go too high on him, get too crazy. Obviously don't give up on him and drop him right off the bat here, but, rookies, they take time. Close out this game with the tight ends. Colby Parkinson, 18th best matchup, should have a decent role here with no Cooper Kupp, so I'm not necessarily looking to start him, but he is stream worthy if you don't have a better option. Trey McBride, 9th best matchup. He is an absolute must start, so I am starting him just about everywhere. And before we get to our final game here, let's see what Jamie has to say. Will Corum get some work this week with Kyren? No, that's the problem. I was just saying that. I was listening to the broadcast on this one. I think if someone gets the work because Kyren's struggling, I think it's Ronnie Rivers. They were saying that they want to ease Corum along and they have no interest in really giving him significant work right now. It doesn't sound like he's picked up all of the blocking schemes, and they have more faith in Ronnie Rivers to execute the blocking schemes, and that's more of what they're looking for. I guess in theory, if Kyren were to go down with injury and they're not just looking for a well-rounded player and they're looking for pure offense, I guess Corum would get in there with the, the offensive. I get they're all offensive, but the ones where you're the target or you're the ball carrier and then Ronnie Rivers would be in on the blocking down. So no, I think Corum's a stash in Dynasty, but I don't see him having a whole lot of value rest of season. just based on the way the coaching staff is talking about him. Although, things